Meet Lieutenant General Carton de Wiart. He served in the Second Boer War, First World War, and Second World War. He was shot in his left eye, head, stomach, ankle, leg, hip, and ear. He survived 2 plane crashes, tunneled out of a prisoner of war camp, and tore off his 2 fingers when a doctor declined to amputate his arm. He was awarded the Victoria Cross, the most prestigious military decoration for valor in combat in the British military. Describing his experiences in the First World War, he wrote in his memoir,
"Frankly, I had enjoyed the war."
Watch till the end to learn more about this unkillable soldier. Carton de Wiart was born in an aristocratic family in Belgium in 1880. In 1891, he was sent to England to complete his secondary schooling and later studied law at the University of Oxford. He was more of a sport and wine enthusiast than an academic. He wrote,
"I measured my contemporaries by their prowess at sport or taste in Burgundy and remained unimpressed by their mental gymnastics."
And so naturally he went on to fail his law degree. War deeply appealed to Carton de Wiart. It didn't matter which side of the battlefield he was on. During the outbreak of the Boer War, he reflects,
"At that moment I knew, once and for all, that I was determined to fight, and I didn't mind who or what. If the British didn't fancy me, I would offer myself to the Boers."
In 1899, he falsified his name and age, enlisted in the British Army, and was shipped to Cape South Africa to fight the Boers in the Second Boer War. On arrival, he swiftly caught a fever, was hospitalized, and copped a bullet to his stomach and groin. Towards the end of the war, he joined the Imperial Light Horse Colonial Corps, who promoted him to corporal within days. He was promptly demoted within 24 hours for threatening to assault his sergeant. From there, he bided his time in postings in India, England, Austria, and Hungary. Once again saw action in 1914 in Somaliland, East Africa. There, he copped bullets to his ear, arm, elbow, and eye. He was then shipped to Egypt for treatment. There, he refused to allow an eye specialist to remove his eye's disfigured optic nerve, as the injury meant he'd be shipped back to England, increasing his likelihood of fighting in the real action of the First World War. His left eye was later removed and replaced with a glass one. Upon being declared medically fit, he threw his glass eye out the window of a taxi and adorned his trademark black eye patch. During the summer of 1915, while stationed on the Western Front in Ypres, Carton de Wiart's hand suffered severe damage from German gunfire. 2 of his fingers were left hanging by a thread of skin, and his palm and wrist were severely injured. When the doctor declined to amputate the damaged fingers, Carton de Wiart simply tore them off. He fondly reflects on this ordeal, stating,
"The whole entertainment was no worse than having a tooth out."
In the Second World War, he experienced his 3rd airborne escape, en route to Serbia to negotiate with the Yugoslavian government following Hitler's imminent invasion. His plane crashed landing a mile from the Italian coast. Awoken from unconsciousness by the bone-chilling temperature of the water, he helped many of his shattered-limbed comrades to shore, where they were all captured by Italian troops on arrival. As a prisoner of war, he masterminded 5 escape attempts, the most bold of which consisted of a tunnel dug over 7 months, which ultimately afforded him a week of freedom before being recaptured. These are just some of the astounding tales that punctuated the life of the unkillable soldier. Please like and subscribe for more eclectic explorations from the past.